And so the blocker we're going to use for this video today, her name is Gabby. But she's only 16 years old. She's a 10th grader, and she's only been blocking. I started working with her over the summer. So we thought it was important, as opposed to showing you highlights of all the best blockers in the world for an entire video to talk about this. We thought it was really important for you to look at somebody who's just started going through these techniques to show you how fast you can go through them. And I think we've seen so much growth from her in such a short period of time, and it's just because of her commitment to doing a lot of the boring footwork reps over and over again until they become repeatable. So we thought using a young athlete would be much more in line with what probably a lot of you coaches have in your gym that you're trying to teach, as opposed to somebody who's a world-class player, or one of those players that it would take your kids maybe years or maybe never where they would get to the point where they would look like that player. So a young player would let you see a model that looks much, much more like what the kids look in your gym, especially if you're a high school or you're a club coach. So first thing I'm going to talk about is we're going to talk about posture and arm position. We're going to talk about loading. And so the first thing that you want to take a look at is, let's take a look at the ready position and the posture prior to the ball arriving into the setter's hands. And middle blocker's first responsibility is to stop the opposing team's quick attack hitter, or what I'm going to call moving forward as first tempo attack. And if the pass to the setter puts the setter in a position to set a first tempo attack, then the middle blocker has to be ready to block that quick attack. So you're going to see the hands up higher than they might normally be. They're going to be up around shoulder level, so you can get up and over the net quickly and block the quick attack. If the ball is passed off the net and there is no quick attack or first tempo attack available to the setter, then the middle is going to drop the hands down in preparation to react to the set, which is probably going to make her go one way or the other. So instead of a quick attack hitter being right in front of you, as the arms drop down, you're preparing to move laterally, either right or left. And I think this is an important point, since a lot of times you're going to see young middles keep their hands up high, even if they have nobody in their zone to block. And then when the ball gets set, they have to drop their hands to move anyhow. So if there's nobody in front of you, if there's not an attacker in front of you that's going to hit quick as a middle blocker, then let your hands come down so you're ready to move to another zone to block and help one of your outside blockers or block another attacker. So I think that's one of the things that's important. Next thing I want to talk about is the concept of loading as the ball is being set. And the loading mechanism, which I've covered in other videos and podcasts, as it refers to maybe a defender using a small pre-hop prior to digging on defense. And it's also used across other sports such as tennis and softball and baseball. And loading creates a stretch effect.